Hi, everybody. It's Glenn McKnight with the DC Coalition of Schools of Internet Governance. We're doing a series of interviews with people running schools, and I have as my guest Julio, and he's going to talk about their school, their achievements, and the challenges because of COVID-19, and looking forward to 21 and 22 in terms of what they plan on doing. So I'm going to turn over to you. Go right ahead.
Hi, Glenn. My name is Juliano Cappi. I've been working in the Brazilian Internet Steering Committee, actually in the Brazilian Network Information Center since 2006. And I have coordinated the first Internet governance school that CGI.br has started, and actually is the first in Brazil, specific with the topic of internet governance. Of course, we have other initiatives on topics that have been commonly treated inside this realm of knowledge that has been named internet governance, but in specific school internet governance, we only have CGI.br working on Brazil. Well, CGI.br is kind of a multi-stakeholder internet governance model for internet policy decision making, and it's fully funded by its own resources that comes from the management of the country code top level domain .br. And there is a part of the money that is reinvested on the evolution of and enhancement of the infrastructure necessary to manage the .br, but there is a part that it's not necessary, that it's left over, that it's invested in many different projects for the development of the internet in Brazil. In one of the projects that has been carried out by Brazilian Internet Steering Committee is the Brazilian School on Internet Governance. We have the Secretary Executive of the Brazilian Internet Steering Committee is Professor Hartmut Glauser, who have been closely involved with the very beginning of internet governance schools initiatives. He's very close and friend, I could say, of Wolfgang Kleinwachter. Right. Well, I don't know how to pronounce it up in German correctly, but I mean, he's one of he have lead the implementation of the first internet governance school in Europe. Well, then in Brazil, the CGI.br members decided to put forward a project of an internet governance school in 2014, 2013, and the first edition of the Brazilian Internet Governance, the Brazilian School of Internet Governance, has been produced in 2014, 1 year after the decision. The decision foresaw other two initiatives, the one school of internet governance in the model that it is produced in Europe, and one virtual initiative also, and one initiative which would be a post-graduation initiative, an academic and level of at the level of a master post-graduation course. Mm-hmm. We have until now we have been able to produce only presential courses of of the School of Internet Governance, and now we have a post-graduation course at the University of São Paulo that is being run by a former member of the Brazilian Internet Steering Committee. Well, the school, the first edition of the Brazilian School of Internet Governance was celebrated by the Brazilian community bent over challenges of internet policy because of its quality. And I guess part of this quality comes from the capacity of the CGI.br, the Brazilian Internet Steering Committee, CGI.br, the capacity that CGI.br had to articulate the main actors who are specialists on different issues related to internet governance. This was very important, and I would speak with the most knowledgeable lawyer on intellectual property in Brazil, and he would say yes, I do accept. I mean, this capacity comes from the importance of CGE in the scenario of internet policy in Brazil. Its participation in the development of different initiatives, and I mean one of the most known is the Marco Civil da Internet, the Brazilian Internet Bill of Rights, which is a law that had an important participation of CGI.br and the principles of internet governance and use produced by CGI.br.
So let me interrupt you. So since you're talking intellectual property, was your school discussing a lot of the domain name .amazon? Was this something that was a heated discussion with your students and a topic over the last few years?
No, we had a lot of discussions. We produced a lot of discussions on the Amazon. This is one of very important issues for the Brazilian Network Information Center, which is the formal organization that is that gives support to the decisions of the Brazilian committee. And this is an issue. The DNS issues are very important. We take a lot of care about these issues. We participate in ICANN every year with a delegation that we finance. We have a participant of Ministry of Foreign Relations of Brazil in the committee, to also debate issues like the .amazon, and also we produced some discussion on issues related to intellectual property, given discussions that since the beginning of the years of 2000 we had worldwide concerning the free flow of content and content protected by intellectual property that internet provides, that the internet allows, let's say that. And this is an issue that we had taken good care, and we have people here in Brazil studying a lot of it. The point that I was trying to make was that one of the two pillars of the success of our internet governance school is we are fully funded by our organization. We never needed funds from any other organization. And the organization where I work, the CGI.br it's a prominent organization related to internet policy issues, not only internet governance, but internet policies in general. Then we can articulate a network of knowledge, very, very potent, very strong and knowledgeable in Brazil.
Hmm.
And also, CGI.br finances studies on issues of internet governance with hiring people from Brazil and from outside of Brazil. Then we have an opportunity because of CGI.br to promote an initiative that really makes difference on the quality of the debate of internet policy in Brazil. This is the whole idea of the Brazilian School of Internet Governance. We had a lot of problems with judges, for example, in Brazil. We used to have.
Hmm. But
That's
I'm familiar with a lot of the, I guess you would say, the old timers like Hartmut
okay.
and Demi and all those people that were for years at an Internet Hall of Fame, as well as ISOC and ICANN. But you also have a new generation of thought leaders like Bruna and Luca Belli and many of these younger people who've been making themselves well known in terms of the space and taking it a little further in terms of on privacy issues and the economic issues that emergent states have. So have you been finding that the courses have you have a crop of people since, like you said, since 2013? Are you getting a real different taste of the courses now because new speakers are coming in and maybe turning you in different directions?
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, there's two important points on your, and that come from your thoughts. That first, the Brazilian School of Internet Governance has provided national and international leaders of who participate in national and international forums of discussion. Bruna is one of example, but we have many other examples like Louise Luriel and I can pick some other examples that nobody come from my mind but now. But yes, they come with new ideas. They
Right.
question some of the things that we are doing. We promoted, for example, the participation of youth in national and international forums as an initiative of this pool of initiatives. The School of Internet Governance has started to develop, and these people comes with new ideas.
Mm-hmm.
They are different from me. For example, they graduate, they study in with this perspective of living in an information society. Then every year we try to update the program every year.
Okay. And how do you broach issues like gender balance or Brazil's a multiracial society, multicultural? How do you incorporate people of poverty, like in terms of being an inclusive multi-stakeholder model?
Mm-hmm. Well, we have a selection process in Brazil, which is very well documented. We have rules and criterias of diversity.
Okay.
To bring gender balance, to bring race balance, and as one initiative of Brazilian Internet Governance School. But also we have some generation problems or on bringing this kind of issues to be discussed at the Brazilian Internet School of Governance, because some people in Brazil from old school, they still breathing, which is a very legitimate. It's something very legitimate, but they still breathing. The Declaration of Independence of John Perry Barlow, and then to them, it's interesting. But for them, this there is there is no need of doing this kind of discussion, because internet treats everyone equally. I mean, it doesn't matter if you are man, woman, black or white.
Right.
And this is a strong. We have a strong group of people in Brazil, people who are very important to the development of the internet, and they still breathe this utopia of the internet giving opportunity, democratizing access to knowledge and communication and things like that. And this is something more that we have been working more recently in the last 2 or 3 years, bringing issues of gender balance, gender diversity, discrimination of algorithms and things like that.
Right. So let's, do you have any numbers that you want to tell me how many people have gone through the course?
Okay, yeah. We have, the course, the Brazilian Internet Governance School, the main course, it's very small. I mean, we take care of, we care about having a small group of people.
Okay.
I mean, we spend a lot because we produce a course in the same model that the Wolfgang course is done in Europe. We bring some people to a hotel in São Paulo, or in a city close of São Paulo, and they stay there for 1 week, since Sunday to Saturday, and it's a lot of money in a small group of people. Sometimes we had a greater number of speakers or teachers than we had in the group of students. Then it's a huge investment, but and this makes the number of people that we have already that have already passed through this course small, relatively small. Then we have around 350 people that have passed through these courses that we have done in Brazil. And but because of that, because of the amount of the investment that we had to do in this course, we have found out a very important alternatives to reach a diversity of actors in Brazil, which is a huge country, considering regions, considering sectors, considering perspectives. We found out that working with the EGI, the School of Internet Governance, in partnership with universities, think tanks, and important and public agents, it's very, very efficient, and we spend a very short of amount of money comparing to this intensive course that we do every year. But so it's been 2 years that we don't produce the course, this intensive course, because of COVID.
Yeah.
But still.
So you've been on hiatus for the last 2 years. Then in 2021, you have not delivered a course. Is that correct?
Yes. In 2019, it was the last. In 2020, we didn't have this course. Okay. And then we decided to invest our effort on producing a virtual school internet governance that it's about to be launched. We will have, and it will be in September also. We'll have the first virtual school internet governance. This is one of the decisions we had. Another decision, considering this challenge of COVID that we had, was to produce to work on the knowledge production. I mean, not only in capacity building. Then we worked on an international seminar on internet governance. So we organized a group of researchers, produced a paper on the challenges of internet governance, of multi-stakeholderism, of governance arrangements, relations, challenges with the engagement of different sectors that we have nowadays, and produce an international seminar. And now there are some people working on a publication, a book, and we also will hire researchers to produce articles to this book. Then it's kind of an innovation that we, beyond working on capacity building, we decided that we could have initiatives to produce knowledge.
So let's go forward to 2021 and 2022. Will you have a
Okay.
face-to-face get together for the Brazilian school later this year, or that's still going to be virtual?
No, it's still going to be virtual.
Okay.
Brazil is in a, as you said, COVID has struck us very hard, and also we have serious problems with serious political problems in Brazil now, right now. And then we are working with this. We expect to be able to start doing presential activities only in the second semester of next year, of 2022.
Okay, second quarter. Okay, that's really quite informative, what you said. And I guess we can look at the book or papers by your researchers coming out later this year as well.
Yeah, probably we hope, yes. I mean, our team, the School of Internet Governance team, works on not exclusively to the School of Internet Governance. We take care. We are part of the CGI.br advisory team.
Okay.
Then we work on many other initiatives, and then I hope that we can produce the publication still this year. But we we have in our YouTube webpage the discussions that had the presence of people like Bertrand de la Chapelle, Milton Miller, Laura Denardes, Janet Hoffman, available for those who want to go through this, the whole idea of the course, of this seminar. That's not course, actually.
Okay, I think we covered pretty well everything in the overview, and it's fantastic what you guys are doing. Anything else in closing that you would like to say?
The only point that I would highlight left is that here in Brazil, we managed to partnering with the schools organized by sectors of government.
Okay.
So, for example, the National School for Judges and the Regional School for Judges, the University of Public Administration, and others, the School of the Senate,
Hmm.
the School of the Congress. I mean,
Right.
all this institutions, they have also their own schools. And then one of the important things that we achieved here in Brazil is to partner with these schools and working on uh, to give a capacity building on internet governance for actors in the government. And this is last highlight I would make.
That's a great idea of these, that you have capacity already, you have the students already, and your program can go integrate with their existing program. I saw that at the American University of Dubai, and that was a program with Twitter and the journalism students, and talking
Oh,
about
perfect.
the whole issues of rules and regulations on social media. So which is quite intriguing. So I could see such a wide range of stuff, and it's a good path for other schools to copy as well. Great, thank you so much. Let's keep in touch, and
Okay.
this will be shared with the other schools. I'll send you the link of your interview, and you might be interested in listening to the other ones as well.
That would be great, Glenn. It would be lovely to have other experiences of challenges on producing this initiatives. And thanks very much. And we are at your disposal. Anything you need, please get in touch with us.
Okay, again, thanks again for your time.
Thanks very much.